My name is Zeke. I am part owner of Skywelkin, the fashion label brand, and that's pretty much it. Yeah. Actually, the way that I grew up, I feel like has a lot to do with what I'm doing now. Like coming up, I went to a school that had uniforms. So my sisters and all them always got like clothes, like actually regular clothes before I did, because what I was wearing throughout the week was like maybe 1, 2, 3 regular color shirts. Now, not saying that we was like the brokest kids, but we weren't the most well-off family. So my family didn't feel the need to go out and spend excess on clothes and stuff like that. So instead of always asking my parents for the stuff that I wanted, you know, the more expensive Jordans and stuff like that, I'd actually, like at the football games on Saturdays, I'd go cut my grandmother grass or trim her hedges so I could like save up some money to buy something that I really wanted. And then once I got past the point of being in the stuff that I see everybody else in, I started saying, why don't I make stuff that I want to be in? Because a lot of stuff started getting boring to me. So it's like, why don't I make it unique to me and see if I can get other people on it? You know what I'm saying? Instead of just looking like just another dude. Yeah. I was actually brought on board by my friend Derek. We used to work at Cream together. I still work there. He's out in Denver, Colorado now. But he's been an artist for years. He's had all these designs. Like he was doing them at work. Like when it was downtime, you see him on his little notepad sketching stuff out, always asking us like, what you think about this? What you think about that? And we tell him it was dope. And I used to kind of do the same thing with wanting to do a clothing line. I'd be like, what you think about this design, this font, or something like that? And he would really like my ideas. So we didn't hit anything off while we were still working together, but like a little bit down the line when I knew he was more serious about his art and trying to get it out there, and he knew that I was serious about taking that jump with him, we came together and we've been rolling ever since. The most simple way that I can break it down is that it's art on clothes. It's not like your typical, you know, made on the computer graphic t-shirts. Like all this stuff he draws it out before it even hits the computer. Like it has to be scanned. These are actual images in a sketchbook that we go over like time and time again. Like we can never make a real quick drop because we go back and forth about where something should be placed, how it should be done, and then not to mention that it is actual art at the end of the day. He sells canvases like with the same type of designs on them. I bought them, like I had to buy them before I even knew that I wanted to do the art with him, the actual brand with him, because he was like doing shows at Parlor. He was the first artist actually, when Parlor first opened, his art show was their opening event. So it's like really taking art and making it wearable. That's the way that I see it. Okay. Like I said, trying to just make something different. And in the way I kind of see it is giving back, you know, to people that kind of had to grow up the way that I did. Like I wanted them to be able to, I feel like there's a certain kind of connection to what we're doing to people like that don't want to be like everybody else, but may not have, you know, the privileges that everybody else has. Like it's a little bit deeper than clothes. I really feel like it's a certain type of emotion, a certain type of passion that goes with what we're doing, because it's just not what everybody else is doing. It's not a quick come up. This is something that we want to have going on for years and years and years, because like I said, my man's is really an artist. You know, he's really trying to get his name out there as an artist around the world. He actually just got featured in a magazine out in Hong Kong for his art, and he's not looking at that as some quick college, you know, t-shirt come up. You know, this is who he wants to be. He graduated with a photography degree and all that stuff. Like this is really who he is. And I feel like to a certain extent this is really who I am. Like, yeah, I'm going to school for business and I handle the business side of it, but just as many people that know me for being a business-minded individual know me for being more of like, know me for my fashion sense also. It's something that's always kind of intertwined with each other. Like when I think of being on some extra business stuff, you know, I'm thinking of Gucci suits and stuff like that. Like it goes way past just one little aspect. It's more dynamic than what a lot of people are doing also. Technically, I am the CFO, the Chief Financial Officer. I consider myself to be a reason to why it is getting out there and being pushed. Like, my man is an artist, and I feel like I'm more the hustler, the pusher for it. You know, I take it and I'm putting it in people's faces. I'm putting it in places to be seen, to be bought. The biggest challenge, we're probably just like taking those first couple of steps. You know, the hardest steps to getting something out to the people is making them believe in what you're doing. So, you know, it can be discouraging that everybody that comes and talks to you about the brand isn't really trying to buy something or something like that. But what I've learned to do is like take that as a lesson. You know, I try to talk to as many people as I can about it, because even though they're not buying something right now, they might buy something later, or they might put a friend on to it. So I'm not taking anything as a loss, just a lesson. The best tangible advice, the best advice I feel I can give anybody is to not give up on something that they really are passionate about. Like, I feel like a lot of people, and I've seen this with my own 2 eyes, a lot of people have plans, but a lot of people don't have the passion, or they might even have the passion, but they don't have like the real will to stick to it after getting knocked down, after being told no, getting right back up. You know, that resiliency to get back up and say, okay, you might not have liked it, but this person over here might. You know, I just went to Ireland over the summer. So one thing that I learned is that if nobody in America, you know, is on what we trying to do, if I can save up just enough money to get a ticket over to Europe, I'll travel every single country until I find somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, the world is much bigger than where you're at. Somebody where you at might not be like have the same mindset as somebody in the same area might not have the same ideas or be on the same type of thinking that you are, but that shouldn't stop you from trying to get it out to the next person. At least maybe not even as far as like going to DC or North Carolina. Like, you never know. Just don't let one individual stop you from what you think is, you know, a good idea. Just keep trying to push it out. Don't ever quit. When my career is over, I think I want to be remembered as a person who made it to a certain point and then wasn't selfish with it, because I don't see myself as a selfish individual at all. Like, I've been in fraternity meetings and told them, like, yo, if I don't make it, I hope everybody else that wants to make it, you know, does. That's all what I'm about. It's just like, it's not even about keeping it strictly to like a black success thing. Like, I'm just like a people in general. Like, I am happy seeing anybody that I can see come up, especially if I know you. That's why I did that picnic that we was talking about, is because even though I put all of it together, I didn't really take no real credit for it. Like, I wasn't out there trying to have everybody see my face like, yeah, I'm responsible for this. We didn't have a whole bunch of banners and promotion for it. It was, yo, this is what's going on. All these people are trying to do something. Come out and support everybody. If somebody seen something and they wanted to buy something from my mans who also had a clothing line out there, I wasn't like, well, no, buy mine. Like, nah, if this is what you like, well then yeah, copy from my mans. Because for me to see somebody else I know winning, it just feels like a win for me also. Whether it's not actual money in my pocket, but just to know that I know that person struggles, I know what that person is trying to accomplish, and to see that person reach that, that's what I want my legacy to be, is the person that brought everybody up with it.